Hello, well, it's Monday the 1st of June, and we are working still on the Moonlight flora suite, but particularly using the beautiful papers and the stamp and die set. So today it is free with purchase. If you spend $40 or more, you get two, which you might get three, just see how it goes. Two kits that you can make up in this set. So I tried to copy it off Karen Hedler. She had this nice blended background with white and slightly blended, but then in the end I ended up like this. So it wasn't quite like hers, but it gave me the inspiration for it. So let's get started. So I'm doing it on a white card background. Now just press it down. So what I used was Old Olive to do the blending with. This paper out and brush blend on it then. I used the light green, dark green. Use the dark green. Anyway, so just get most of the scratchiness off it by rolling it around, and then just to very lightly add kind of a green blush to it. So you just add it softly, and then you can build it up depending on what effect you want it to have. Oh, actually, you know what? That's not what I was doing. I'm doing it on this one. So I've cut this up. One minute, I'll just measure. Actually, it's this one. Sorry about that. It was a bit silly. But I've just cut this 14.5 by 10. So I'll start that again. So I like to put mine on a matte layer. It just sets it off a little bit better. And just add little by little. See how that goes. Okay, so I have used the filler stamp from the stamp set. So I did that in Secret C. Seem to like Secret C quite a bit. It's kind of nice. This is quite as dark as the black. It just has a slight hue or a tint to it. Okay. So I had to work out where I was going to put my ferny things. So I just put it slightly to the side. And I did it full strength because I tried it out and I thought half strength was a little bit weak. So the side there. so I've been thinking about how could I easily get these bits on here, and I'm not sure how I did it, so I can't remember. I think I stuck them on the card first, but I was just wondering whether sticking it on the back of the sentiment was a better idea. Let's think about this. I know it looks nice as a cluster. I might just keep it as it is, and then I can know that it's going to turn out okay. Right, so just using my mat. Actually, what I did was I placed them out first, just so I hit the right configuration. If I can find where I put the rest of them. Oh, they're hiding. Okay. Here. I think I cut off some of these. Now this one, I just used old olive and I blended it on there. So I'm just going to use the rest of that brush and see if there's anything much on it. Be a little bit, just to take off that glare. Just gives a nice hue. Don't know which one is which. Perhaps you can tell me which it is. Okay, so we put one out there. And then we put this beautiful frond middle. So I'm just going to put that out. Actually, I'll put that underneath. I need one of those. I need that. Tweeze it in. This up. And oops. Come on, get off it. Goodness. It's been a rascal today. Push that in there. Push that in there. Goes up there. I'm going to put that back to the side there, because we don't want it all the same height. This one over top of that there, and then this other one goes down the border. So I'm going to put this one down the bottom first. Oops, it's a big splodge. To take some of that off. Down for a sec. Alright, so I'm just going to take these bits off. Just put a little bit down the stems and on the leaves. Middle of it, I mean. See why people use these things, because it is actually quite tricky sometimes picking up these bits. Stay here. Oh, holy, it's a bit much. That's what happens when you've got a new bottle. It just goes everywhere. I'm just going to put up that to the side a bit. Go, see, push it down. Go. Back up in the middle. Came up with low battery. I thought I'd turned it on at the back, but so I'm just going to poke that up there. Okay, and then we put our little frond on. So beautiful, isn't it? It's just a beautiful shape. Slightly to the side this time. It's not playing the game at the moment. I'll leave it to dry a bit and we'll make the sentiment now. Righty, so get my bit that I'm cutting out. Right, just had a blank moment. I'm going to use, what am I using on this? Mossy Meadow. So it's good that it's got lots of these different shades of green in there. So if you can't use one, you can use another. And around the outside. Get the dyes out, just cut around the outside of it. There we go. Thanks. They're going to go on there, not a small piece. Actually, I'll just cut that out. Plate 1, plate 2, and plate 2 on the top. And right because we've already stamped it, we need to line it up and there we go. Just got this little bit here. Show where the other big bit went to. So remember, with the mini Stamp and Emboss, just stagger those plates so they go through a bit more easily. And oh, I haven't showed you the other card I'm doing, but it's got a few different techniques in it, so it'll be interesting to use. Using a brayer, and we are doing it in peaceful pine. Get rid of that little bit. Alrighty. Stick that back on here. Okey-dokey. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to place it across there, and I'm going to use some so I think this time it's working out a little bit better because I haven't punched it up in the middle, so the dimensionals are going to go on each side of the. So I might put a little bit of dimensional in the middle here, just to stop it sagging. And then I made a bow out of two different types of twine. The dark sort of stopped it from disappearing so much. So I just those two pieces of twine together and then just made the bow like that, tight. Just get it to the place where you like it. I think I do twist up a bit, that doesn't matter. So I'm going to put a mini glue dot on the back of it. That on the back. And cut this off. Let's make it a bit smaller. Just need to pull it through. So it's a little bit saggy. Just the black one. Okay, and just see I've got that little bit there that's not right. I'm just going to put it there. I've contacted customer support and they already sent a new one. Weird. The set is back in stock. So just trim it away a bit. Like that. That's just a reminder to you to make sure that you check your sets because you have 9 months, no, not 9 months, 3 months and or 60 days to return something that's stopped eaten after that. Wow. I guess I hope that you take your stuff out and use them straight away. So that's a lesson that just buy what you need. And then, okay, I've got some here. Going through these dimensionals a lot. More hanging around there. Nice. And I need to get some more. So I've got some hiding away in here. Class. I like to put a lot of these on because I don't like it sort of sagging around there. And I'm going to put one in the middle. Just going to cut this out. And then pop it up on here. Just thinking whether I put a little bit of glue under there because it's starting to flop toward. I'll just fix it up soon. Now I'm going to try this. It's done already. Doesn't work as well for me as it does for other people. Okay, I've got a little bit of fingernails there. Alrighty. Yeah. And I'm just going to put a teeny bit of glue. Just hold that one down. Okay, and for the inside, we can put, I put this on it, but you can put any kind of design. So I cut my insides usually about 14.5 and 10, but you can make them smaller if you want to. Sometimes if you're putting another colour around the back of it, I shut it and I didn't have over top, so it's making all that noise. So that way, here. I'm just going to put a bit of the blush of olive down there. So you make things go a little bit further. And old olive, come on. So it doesn't have the frond stamp in the slot here. Okay, you can just do one if you want to. And I'll put that away after this. You can put a message in there if you wanted. And onto here it goes. It's quite a lot of Okay, first card. So it's quite beautiful with those different ferns in the front. Okay, so next one, let's get on with that one. It is this. So I've used several different techniques on it, and I've used it on Peaceful Pine, just so you get an example of the colours. Here we go. So I'm just cutting the card base. And Peaceful Pine. So what is your favourite colours from the new batch of in colours? I'm not sure what it is. I thought Peaceful Pine was. And it depends on what you put it with. It goes great with greenery and stuff like that. I'm just going to put a matte layer. Throw that out, so I might need that bit. And I use Peaceful Pine stamps ink thing, and also Brea. So what I did is, actually the idea came from one of the memory packs where it had had this interesting background to it. So I thought, how on earth did they get that? So I tried it. I thought, oh, I wonder if they did it with a Brea. So I got the Brea out and just went like that. That's what I did. That was it. It's a nice background, and if you haven't got a large stamp background, then it's quite an interesting pattern to use, especially if you're going to be doing things like wooded patterns and stuff like that. And just leave that one out. So I use this one here and just stamp down the side, and sort of half on, half off. Don't have to get it too accurate, just so it's going all the way down. I might put these back on so I don't lose them. And I actually used a different sentiment set for this. Okay, in my mind what I actually used. So I used this large fern. And what else did I do? Did we look at it? Okay, there's quite a few that I've done all white. So let's stamp those white ones. It's just that little flower. There it is. The right one? Yes, it is. So I used Secret Sea again. I've decided instead of doing a circle on that, I would use the moth pattern instead, because otherwise you'd have to cut out a lot of stuff to get that pattern in the right place. So I'm going to choose a large butterfly. No, it's not a butterfly, it's a moth. Okay, so what I did now was colour it in. So I'm going to use light mossy meadow for the leaves, and I'm not kind of being very particular about this. I'm just colouring it in some edgy bits. Right. It's very tempting just to colour it all in, but sometimes it just sort of bleeds across the edge of it. So if you're using shading, you can sort of go back and do that later. And what colour did I do? Berry burst. Flowers, because berry burst is part of this. So I did dark in the middle. Coloured in that here. Go back to that. So these little bits here you can just flick out. So it's quite hard to get them. Nice. Just blending it over the edge. So I'm doing the light one first this time. Some people have a particular way of doing it. Usually I do light and then dark, and then go over it with light again, but you don't always have to do that. Some people just do the dark and then the light. I guess it depends on the way that you've been taught to do it. Right, oops, I just saw another one there. And the green one out again. There we go. What colour shall we do this? Moth. Should we do it like a crumb cake shade? Try it out and see how it goes. I'm just going to do the inside of it a little bit darker. Oh, I'm losing a leaf. So I'm using dark concrete for the middle of this. Okay, so let's cut these out. here. And put the cover on that before I do anything else. Get the little moth out. And here. So just do one at a time. Oh, there's a cat out there. There's a cat wandering around outside. A big grey, sort of dark grey type one. Let's get a new piece of tape. So when even this was low tacky tape, just put it on your sleeve and, oh, can't even see what I'm doing there. Put it on your sleeve just to loosen up, because otherwise it will be too, the sticky will be too strong. Oh, well, I moved it. Okay, I'm going to turn it around. There and there. And a little moth. Go on here. Alright, so there we go. Got it set up there. I'm just going to put it through. Push it in a bit. I'm going to use it again. So you can see there that I've torn a little bit. So you just have to be careful. So I usually pull mine off like that and put carefully away from the picture. There we go, and then we'll put it onto the next one. There we go. So if you don't have this set, then you can use something else that's got, you might have another fern type set or something like that, or a leafy set. That would do just as good. You can make up these just as you like them. The templates are just, or the examples are just an example. You can make your own design. Okay, so that one didn't cut out so good there. You see there's a lot of white down the bottom, but that's not too obvious. You can put that one at the back. Right, so what are we doing now? We are actually, I think I use stylish shapes here. Instead of using the white this time, I'm going to use some vellum, if I can find it. Let's see what size I used here. It's a little bit too big. Might have been the size that I used. probably is the size I use for the light. Then I'll show you. That one. So the little one is cut using these style of shapes dies as well. It's a good standard set to get. That one and the nested essentials. They have some nested shapes of different designs. Now I haven't got the nested essentials yet, but I'm working my way up to it. Coming out, put it in all at the same angle, so it's not working. There we go, just getting there. So next time I use that little machine, I think I'll just leave it out. I'm in the process of cleaning my room. How about that? Okay, so then we just put which one? I'm going to put one underneath. So this time I'm going to swing it around a little bit more. Ooh, it's squishy. And this one I put up on a dimensional. What do I do with those ones I had? There we go. So just keep it to the lower edge. And I'm going to cut out a circle in the green and place the over top. I've already got a piece cut out. Let's see. I still need to get that. Could I do that? Put that away. So I'm thinking it's the second to the small one. Yep. So I'm just cutting it out of green paper. So there's not like a gonna work. I'm gonna give it a try because it's got one of those moss there instead of half on it, half of the paper. So I'm just gonna have to move this in a position. Okay, I'm gonna put it down the bottom. It's not gonna work out the top there. So that's one way of using paper wrap. Come on. recommend on this is use the, what is it called? How if I put it on? Banner sayings. Oh, so I kind of thought I'd recommend with it, but no, good to go. So just put that back on there before I do something with it. And this back. So I'm just going to hang it off the, I'm going to put a thingy here, a dimensional here, and I put one beside it as well, just to give it a bit of security. Okay, let's see if it's going to work. Yes, it is going to work. Go. Just going to place it like that. There. So it looks like I'm back, and I am now going to cut some. So I'm going to use the banner punch there. That one and the banner punch on this one. And go. Right. So get which one did I put on that one? I can't think you enough. Will it fit on this one? I might just put happy birthday on this one. Peaceful Pines. The table's getting a bit messy. How do I do that one? Just going to test it out first. Bang smack in the middle. Let's see. I put this one on first. So I'm just going to pop it up on some dimensionals, and then I'm going to stagger it. That. Up a little bit further. So. Just going to pull it slightly to the left, the right of this here, and then pop this one up. I'm just going to glue it top there. And see. Okay, just let that dry a little bit. Prickly. And back, we will pop it up on dimensionals. And just try and hide behind those flowers and things. Right, so here we go, we're getting up to the end of it. So just going to place it kind of in the middle there, and then onto the card background, card base. So I've also used dimensionals for that, but you can just, I might just stick it down this time. Get on the front. Okay. And let's put something in the middle this time. Oh, I did last time too, didn't I? To my big piece of card that was there. Oh, something. Oh, I haven't put the moth on there yet, so I am going to put on for a dimensional. It's like that. Just going to sweep up his wings a little bit. Yeah, just use my fingers like that. His antennae. There we go. And the inside. Oops, alright. And what I'll do is I will stamp that flower on the inside as well. So when you are doing a video like this, sometimes it would be quite good to have two desks, one for your stuff that you're going to use and one for the actual video. Quite tricky. I'll do this one first. Same last time I left it to the end. There we go, and very best. So looking for my card. I thought, oh, there's one over there. Didn't realise this was that I was working on. Getting a bit crowded on the desk. And there we go. So this is what we've done today. Oops, is that the one? Yes, it is. So this one here, the ferns and the frond, and this one with multiple layers. It's quite good for texture, and having that vellum at the back is a little bit less distinctive than having just white. There we go. So that's us for this week. We'll move it on Monday, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Goodbye from Uncle Diana.